Hey guys, it is youth intake time at ELVERSBERG. Welcome back to another episode of South by Südwest. I'm Mr. Cellophane. If you've been enjoying the series up until this point, make sure that you hit like on the video. Make sure other people get to see it as well. If you haven't subscribed, you can do that now. I will give you a second. All right, now that that's taken care of, we actually have a good youth intake. It's kind of a mixed bag, however. Our elite talent is 15-year-old Afonso Cunha. He is Portuguese, and he came through our youth intake. He stands at 5'6". He's going to be used as either a midfielder or an attacking midfielder in our system. He could potentially be a striker, but his jumping reach is kind of poor. His passing's okay, but good work rate, good technique. Crossing and dribbling are also good, which would make him serviceable on the wing, but again, we don't play that position, and he's just not good defensively for us to retrain as potentially a back. Then there is Sönke Dietz, 15-year-old German midfielder on the right-hand side. So I don't know where he's going to fit in our system. He is even worse defensively, one marking for tackling, but he's got pace, he's got good acceleration, and he's got really good agility as well. So he could be serviceable later on as an attacking player. Florian Hector, another midfielder, this one in the middle. Not really the fleetest of foot, but he's got good tackling ability. He could make a pretty excellent DM, I think. Decent anchor, maybe, to take over for Niederlander one day. Good teamwork. Positioning is also good, but I love the aggression, the bravery. Fantastic. He is fickle with his personality, though, so that is definitely a downside. And Cunha is unambitious, which I don't love in an elite talent. A little bit faster in the midfield here is Thomas Masson, 16 years old already. He's German, good tackling ability, great bravery, again, a decent amount of flair, 6'1". We might be able to throw him, well, he can't. He can kind of finish, he just really can't dribble. He's got some work to do. Franjo Kadic, Bosnian, 15-year-old. He is a left back. Tremendous teamwork, work rate, love it. Technique is good. Tackling, marking could use a little bit of work, but again, he is very young, fairly determined personality, so hopefully he'll be able to develop in a nice way. Could potentially one day be challenging Darkhan Akhmedov for his position. Although he has a fairly strong right foot, he might become the heir apparent to Manuel File, as well. Dominic Genausch, central defender, 6'3". Again, a little slower than I would like, and he's right-footed. Positioning is pretty good. Marking, tackling, okay for his age. He's only 15 years old. Nice balanced personality. Great jumping reach. He needs to work on the heading ability, though, because as you know, even though we get our head on the ball pretty well, getting it away from our box has been a challenge. And Danny Nubbmeyer, not much to say about him. He's 5'9". He's not really very fast. Again, the bravery is up there. Low determination, though. I don't think he's going to really do much of anything for us. The only other player, no, it was Ganache. So let's get to where we have been in the league, and things are going very well. We are unbeaten now in our last 6. We followed up the 1-1 draw on the road to St. Pauli with a 2-2 draw at home against Fortuna Dusseldorf. We took the lead pretty early, 10 minutes in. Lars Gindorf picking up a goal, but then late strikes from Eo Tanaka and Felix Platt actually put Dusseldorf ahead just as time was about to expire. But once again, the man at the end of the match, Angelos Stavridis, 95th minute, scores the equalizer to rescue a point at home. It was a little disappointing that we couldn't have a better result there. Then we took the show on the road to Bochum. Again, we scored first. Dominik Martinovic getting the start as Angelos Stavridis. He was just out there. We brought Stavridis in a little bit later. Just kind of trying to mix things up a little bit. Stavridis was a little bit tired, not quite ready to go. Pretty even match, all things considered. Yusuf Abdullahi getting a goal a couple of minutes into the second half to equalize. We just could not break through later on. Bochum actually led in possession through most of that match. So a 1-1 draw on the road, though, against the team, once again, newly relegated. Well, not newly, but relegated this season from the Bundesliga. Not bad. Then we came home. We took a 3-0 lead. Goals from Manuel File, Lars Gindorf, and Angelos Stavridis. Made it 3-0 at the half. We started to allow Köln to chip away. Sergei Volkov in the 59th minute. 11 minutes later, Hisham Leus made it 3-2. They had a lot of opportunities in that second half. As you can see, the match momentum graph really shifted their way. We're still dominating possession in this one. We just let Cologne back in and back in and back in. A couple of big saves by Stefan Driaka at the end of the match let us hang on to a 3-2 victory. Then there was Osnabrück, and this one was very disappointing that we only came away with the 1 point because we really looked good early on. Hendrich and Houston scoring goals 2 minutes apart to make it 2-1. We let them back in at the death of the first half with Lars Kahle getting a goal in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Then Johan Bongsbo off a corner scored his first goal of the year to tie things up at 2. We then took the lead off of the back of Dominik Martinovic, his 3rd goal of the season. I thought we were going to be able to hang on to a back-to-back 3-2 victories, but Lars Kahle had other plans, giving a goal in the 86th minute to tie things up. But we bounced back nicely against Karlsruhe, a team that absolutely embarrassed us when we played at their place a couple of episodes ago on the live commentary. This one was all us. Gindorf scored a pair of goals. Kian Scheer scored his first of the year in the league, and we were finally able to come away with all 3 points, which leaves us in the Bundesliga currently sitting in 8th place on 40 points. We are 3 points shy with 8 matches to go of our all-time points high in this save. I'm going to say it out loud at the risk of Football Manager getting angry at me, but I think we are going to be able to do it. We are currently 5 points off of the playoff spot, just 8 off of the top of the table. 8 matches left to go, the first of which is against Kaiserslautern, a team that we have not been great against. Now, we're going to be without Yannick Rochelt. He is out with an injury, slipped disc, for another couple of weeks. He's seeing a specialist for that. Angelo Stavridis pulled some ankle ligaments in the last match. He will not be available as well, so let's do a little team selection. Houston and Martinovic, I'm actually okay with that. Henrich and Gindorf as our attacking midfield. Akhmedov, Zentner, Zickinger, and File. We're going to be giving Adieli the match off, and honestly, I'm okay with that. And Dominik Martinovic as the deep lying forward, I'm fine with that as well. The only change that I want to make is I'm going to bring in Manfred Hector in place of Philip Franke on the bench. Let's get somebody who is absolutely 100% ready to play in this match, fully fit. So, Kaiserslautern, ELVERSBERG, we are on the road. We're in our road white uniforms. And if we pick up a point, either way, whether we draw or we win, it will be 7 in a row without losing. Now, we've had such a good run, and we had one of these earlier on this season that got absolutely ruined by a dismal performance in the live commentary in that episode. Hopefully that does not happen this time. I am praying to the gods of Football Manager that they shine their countenances fondly upon us and grant us the 3 points that we so desperately need and deserve. I'm still not feeling like, and that was a very long highlight for the opening of the match, I'm still not feeling confident that we are going to be able to pull into one of the promotion spots. Yes, we are only 8 points back, but there are only 8 matches left to play, and there are a number of teams in between us and that goal. I don't know if we can rely on everybody else to do their part to ensure that ELVERSBERG makes it into the top 3. That being said, I am starting to feel like Season 5 is that stepping stone that we have needed, and we will just continue to grow from there. We're not losing a lot of players. The players that we will be losing are the ones that are not really playing this season. The older guard that we have tried to unceremoniously force out, unsuccessfully, I might add. Many of them are going to be leaving at the end of the year, including Luca Schnellbacher is a big one. Patrick Schultz is going to be retiring at the end of the year. Florian Ballas is in the last year of his contract. So hopefully once we start getting some of those guys off of the books and we can start rotating in some of the other young talent that we've been cultivating over the last couple of years, and I'm very excited by the guys coming in this youth intake. We may have some players of the not so distant future. Sami Shaheen, his shot is blocked, and Harchawi's going to clear that away. Oh, Niederlander stepping up in front of Joaquin, blocking that clearance, and an opportunity on the counterattack for Kaiserslautern is muted by our defensive midfield. I think the players that are coming through our youth intake, we're finally starting to see some of the dividends of all of the investments that the board has made in this club. Driaka keeping it out, not once, not twice, and then they're going to call a penalty. They're calling a penalty on Niederlander. All he was doing was trying to clear the ball. The guy ran into his boot. What is he supposed to do? And Kaiserslautern with a chance to nick an easy goal here from the penalty spot. Luckily, not a yellow card for Niederlander, however. So, at least he's not in foul trouble for this match. Tomiak to step up. Driaka goes the wrong way. It's 1-0 in favor of Kaiserslautern. Boris Tomiak, his 8th goal of the season. And it puts us down by 1. We're going to do what we've been going a little more attacking over the last couple of matches. Hopefully it continues to pay off. Gindorf, free kick. Oh, almost gets the ball back. That was actually how the second goal was scored in the last match. Not the last match, but when we almost let them back in. It was a free kick off of the crossbar. Popped right to an open player in the 6-yard box. Gindorf with it. Can he feed the ball through? He kicks it out wide instead. Sami Shaheen, edge of the box, taking it a little deeper, still with it. Manuel File to his left. Niederlander. Akhmedov with a shot. That's going to be blocked. Gindorf off of the body of the defenseman will head it on, but Grave makes a pretty easy stop on that one. 4-3, your shots on goal. I think that was our first shot on target of the match, which... that's a little disappointing. Let's take off the underlaps, and we're going to kick the tempo up, and we're going to play for set pieces a little bit. It's still fairly early to be making tweaks to the tactic. I grant you that. But we are already chasing the game in the first half, so we might as well start that chase now instead of waiting until it may potentially be too late. Leonard Niederlander, aside from that penalty, having a decent match. He's the only player on our squad so far with a rating over 7. Marvin Hewson on a 6-3, but he really hasn't gotten much in the way of service. So our shooting needs to improve. It's one of those situations, whenever you're down, you've got to get down on your team. Now, I'm not talking about throw the water bottle, top option, but that second option of we need to score more goals. We need to be more positive. We need to be better out there. I don't like what I've seen from this team. Those are all excellent options for halftime team talks when you're either losing a game, drawing a match that maybe you should be winning, or even winning a match by a goal that you should be absolutely dominating. In this particular case, Kaiserslautern has kind of had our number in the save so far. So I'm not 100% surprised that they are seeing success in this match here. Let's take off, work the ball into the box. Oh, actually, you know what I want to do? I want to get a little... I feel like if we're too narrow, we don't get a lot of opportunities. So we may need to make that change, a permanent one, into the tactic. Purchase finds his way in, and he finds his way to pay dirt. Second goal of the year. We just absolutely let him waltz in true Elversberg Livecom fashion. And I can't believe we've won 11 matches, I believe, coming into this one, which, if I'm not mistaken, ties us for the most we have ever had in a season. So our next win will set a new record for at least our stay at Elversberg. And it's amazing to me that we have that many wins, because every time we do an episode live on camera, it seems we don't get a result. I think we only have the one draw. Have we even won yet this year while you and I have been together? I honestly don't think so. Houston has been absolutely dreadful. So Alexander Schaefer's going to come in. Martinovic also quite poor. So Henny Kjol, who has done frankly nothing this year, in a highly disappointing move. I don't. On paper, he should be a much better player than he has turned out to be so far. Keen Shear will also come in place of Henrich. We're going to confirm those changes, which means the changes we had made to the tactic earlier didn't. I don't know why Football Manager does that, where sometimes when you make a change, you hit confirm, you've got to do that second confirm. Drives me absolutely nuts, because I think that we went a good 5-10 minutes in game where the adjustments that we were hoping to have had made never came to fruition. Schaefer, oh, you need to get more weight on that. Shear, lose it to Schaefer. Oh, comes to Cole. Cole shoots, and Grave makes the save. I thought Cole had an opportunity for his first goal of the season. Yes, I realize how late in the year it is. We've got an international break coming up, so this is the last match. It's, I believe, March 17th. It's the last match of the month of March. The Mishaheen has had a good match, but he is absolutely gassed. So Manfred Hector is going to come in. Maybe I should have brought Adi Elian and moved Carlos Zickinger up, but that's a move for another time. Sadly, I don't know if it's going to make a difference at this point. This is the listlessness that I was talking about, where it just seems like we are slower than the other team. They're getting to balls with much more urgency than we are. Our passes just don't have the requisite weight behind them. We just are not winning those battles we should be winning, and that is highly, highly disappointing, my friends. I do have to say, you end up having Manuel Feil not have a good match. You end up with Lars Gindorf not doing anything offensively. You end up having to replace both of your strikers. 8 shots apiece. Obviously, they had the penalty and the benefit of that. But, we're just absolutely, at this point, generating nothing. And I wouldn't be surprised if this 5 minutes of added time just comes and goes without a whimper. And it sucks. I'm going to say it sucks. And I'm sorry that you have to witness this, because all of the off-camera stuff, we just generally play, whether we win or lose, we generally play just so much better. We have more jump. We keep the ball much more tidily. We play much more suffocating defense. I mean, the tactic isn't any different. And any adjustments I make really aren't any different. Cole dragging it wide. Sure, we'll miss shots. We'll have passes go astray. We'll have headers that don't reach their targets. We will be ineffective on set pieces. It happens. It's football. Nobody's perfect all of the time. But it just looks so much cleaner and better and more efficient than what we have seen here. Schaefer dropping it back. Niederlander knocked off the ball, and that's going to do it. The full-time whistle. We were threatening at the end to get one back, but in the end, it just was not enough. And if you look at the pass, we're just getting no service to our attacking players at all. And our bid for 7 in a row, and I just gave the wrong team talk. Oh, boy. That's what happens when you click without reading. Drops us to 9th. We're tied with Nuremberg, Hamburg with 40 points. Still just 5 points behind Hertha Berlin, but they now have a game in hand. So we've got the end of the season coming up, and some big matches. Hanover, they are currently, obviously, in 12th place. Dynamo Dresden, 14th. Holstein Kiel, 18th. Braunschweig, 17th. We've got a ton of teams that are behind us on the table coming up in the next couple of matches. Then we take on Hertha Berlin and Wien Wiesbaden, two teams that we need to jump over. And then we are once again meeting up with Günther Fürth, this time at their place at Sportpark Ronhof. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. I promise we will be better next time. We are gunning for our best ever finish, and we still, it's slim, but we still have a chance at getting promoted to the Bundesliga for next season. If you want to see what happens, you got to come back here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications, and I will catch you next time. Until then, Bobar.